Welcome back to Fitnixx in the kitchen. I'm going to show you a tofu scramble. So a recipe I found. It is a vegan option to scrambled eggs. So it's using extra firm tofu. And then I've altered a little bit of the recipe to make it a little bit more something that I would probably like, given some of like the veggies and spices kind of used. So right now I have the skillet on medium to high, a little bit of olive oil in there, about a tablespoon. You could probably use coconut oil as well. I didn't change that part of the recipe. Normally I use coconut oil for most things, but I don't want to change the flavors too much on this one. I've already chopped up the veggies, so we have red peppers, a little bit of onion, and some broccoli. The recipe calls for a little bit more onion, but I've actually changed and added some onion powder instead, and it calls for spinach, and I'm using broccoli instead because that's just what I have available. So for things like that, feel free to make changes to your recipes when you find them, to make it more your own. Again, I'm not a big fan of onions, but I like the flavor, so that's why I prefer the onion powder. But my husband does like onions, so I still kept some in there. But the pan is heating up, so it should be ready to go. I'm going to put the veggies in to start to saute them. There we go. So it says medium to high heat, and you want to kind of stir often. Basically, you're just kind of sauteing the veggies until they're about cooked. It's not going to take much to cook the tofu, so once we kind of throw that in there, it won't be much longer until it's ready. So fairly easy there. I already chopped up. I already put in kind of all the seasoning here. So there's cumin, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. It called for turmeric and cumin only, which I don't have, and then sea salt. So I have the Himalayan pink sea salt, which I like to use personally. I've already put some in there. Obviously, you can adjust how much based on your tastes, your flavors, what you like. So pretty much everything when it comes to the spices is more what you like. Feel free to switch up recipes when it comes to that kind of thing. You want to make it your own. You want to make it something you like. So I did make some changes to this recipe, but very easy to put this together as a quick, simple scrambled eggs. You're going to be using about 14 ounces, a full block of extra firm tofu. So I kind of measured it out because it said 350 grams on the package. So I measured it out, and it's pretty much 14 ounces. So easy, you can just use the full package, extra firm tofu. You drain it. You don't need to drain too much. Again, when you're cooking it, it's going to like kind of evaporate some of that liquid anyways. All right, so these veggies are starting to soften. They're getting a little sauteed, so we're going to toss in the seasoning here. So I just kind of sprinkle that in. I'm going to stir it up a little bit, and then we're going to add that tofu. So with the tofu, you just kind of crumble it in. So really easy, just kind of squishing it, crumbling it up. As you're cooking it, it is going to crumble some more as well. And then I was, again, weighing it, so I have some smaller chunks I can kind of toss in there. I'm just going to do this big block and just start breaking it up. So fairly easy. Breaking it up and just letting it crumble. All right, so it's all in there. I'm just going to stir it all up here. It smells amazing. So like I always say, get out there, go on the internet, search out some recipes. That's a good way to switch up your meals if you're looking for something new. If you are vegetarian or vegan, if you have some food restrictions that you need to follow, you have a hard time finding foods that you like, that's really the best way to do it. Is just go online, search up some recipes, I found this one and I thought this would be fantastic for some of my vegan clients. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this. All right, so now that the tofu is cooked a bit more, it starts to change color a little bit. So you can kind of let it sit for a few minutes like I did there, but I think it's just about ready. All right, so here we are. You see it's changed a little bit in color. Once it's cooked, it's got those spices in there. So it looks like scrambled eggs. This is a fantastic option to a vegan tofu scramble. All right, so absolutely amazing. Again, I adjusted some of the spices to make it a little more my own. The onion powder with a little less actual onion, because I'm not a big fan of onion. I added some extra garlic. Didn't even call for garlic. I prefer garlic in most of my cooking. Cumin, paprika, and of course the Himalayan sea salt. So, absolutely amazing, great option for those of you that have any dietary restrictions or you are vegan. This is a great option to some scrambled eggs. Enjoy. Thanks again for tuning in, and subscribe below for more recipes and tips and tricks for your fitness and health journey.